Hey guys, it's Joel over at ImportSauce.com. Moving forward on the M66 swap, we are now moving on to the shifter assembly. We're going to show you a few things to look at before you go ahead and swap this in. That is going to be testing the reverse lockout here, as well as if you are not using a custom the factory shifter, we want to show you what we're doing with the likewise, just so you have an idea of how to make that work as well. So stick around. Okay guys, so we are back, and the main component, the main thing you want to look at is going to be the reverse lockout. Right, so when we pulled this off of the donor, it's easily just the two wires. We made sure to leave the harness and take those wires with it. And essentially what it does is at a certain speed, the computer is going to tell the reverse lockout to engage, so that when you're going down the freeway at 90 miles per hour, you don't accidentally go into reverse. So the one thing we want to do is we just want to test that. And you'll notice when you go into reverse, you're going all the way over, and that is going to push this down. So what should happen is there is a little cylinder that should pop out, and when it gets that current, it's going to prevent that from happening. So we can just test that with battery. You can see as soon as I hooked it up to the battery, it popped out. I'll let you see that again. See the action. Locked out, locked out, locked out. And you'll notice now that prevents you from going all the way over with your shifter into the reverse position. So we know that's good. If it wasn't, then we would look at replacing that. This one isn't too bad because even if it goes out after the fact, this is simply going to be removing the waterfall and possibly the center console to get access to that. So we've tested that, that's good to go. The other thing we wanted to show you that we ran into is we did not want to go through a full M66 swap and use the factory shift knob. This one's pretty beat up, but even in its glory days, you know, it's nothing special. It's kind of boring. So what we did is, if you've ever removed your M66 shift knob, you know that there is a pin that goes through here and it locks in. So it goes, it twists, and that's what locks it in. And then you have the boot clamp that goes around that, reversed, upside. So we opted that we were going to do something better. We are going with a likewise shift knob setup. We went ahead and got the Euro adapter, 12 millimeter, based on the girth. And that is going to go on here. We will tighten it up. It will clamp onto the shift shaft, and then from there, the shift knob is going to go into there. Our brand new shift boot is going to seat right in there. And this is going to look a lot better than that. So, I mean, front angle, top angle, it's just a better product. And, you know, the price point wasn't that bad either. It's also noted that with this Euro adapter, if you wanted to get different shift knobs and switch them out every day of the week, they're all compatible, so you can get a couple of different shift knobs, you can test them out, trade with your friends. The problem is that it has the taper here, and with that taper, it's set up for the factory. This is the adapter, not hollow. We can only get it down maybe 0.5 millimeter onto the actual shaft. And after we tightened it up and put the shift knob and did a couple of tests, it broke free. So in this situation, we're going to have to modify the shift shaft. We're actually going to try to just cut off a little bit so that we can get enough of the bite on there that the shift knob is actually going to be secured. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and pull out some tools, and we are going to put it in time lapse. But what we're going to try to do is take off just a little smidge on that. It should be noted that once you do this, the factory shift knob will not work again. So if you're going this route, know that and have your replacements ready to go. So we'll go ahead and start grinding and see if we can get a good bite onto this, and we'll let you watch in time lapse. Okay guys, we are back. You saw that actually did not take that long. I'm not going to make a rookie mistake and pick that up. It's probably piping hot. But it looks like we got right about an inch off, right to the end of the taper. And now we can take our likewise Euro adapter, and I'll make sure to open that up so we have some good play on there. Ooh, that's warm. Ooh, look at that. That thing went down. It is going to grab. And now all we have to do is tighten that down. There are 4 Allens, 2 on each side. We'll tighten it down later, and then we'll be able to put that guy on with our new shift boot. And check that out. Just the grip on that is way better than this floppy salami. So overall, one more thing is you can keep an eye on as it goes through the firewall and up to the actual transmission. You would just want to make sure we zip tied our clips on there to make sure that we didn't lose them before we get to it. But inspect the ends here, make sure that everything looks solid, make sure that you're not going to have any broken parts. A lot of these parts here are serviceable. You can purchase those, so if you see any issues, swap those out. Other than that, this shifter assembly is ready to go in.